And welcome back to another edition of RWC TV. Corey Reed, Ride with Core. What's going on, guys? Today, we're going to go down to Granada Hills High School for an LAPD press conference. This is a drunk driving program that the Los Angeles Unified School District puts on with the LAPD. So let's go check it out.
I'd like to invite a very important guest to the stand. We are pleased to have with us this morning Mr. Corey Reed. Corey is a survivor of a DUI-related traffic collision. He was a passenger in a vehicle. The driver was under the influence. He's here to share his very personal story of how his life was tragically changed because of the unfortunateness of a DUI traffic accident.
I didn't get into partying too heavily. I attended high school or the high school parties and stuff like that, but never really found myself partying too hard or making bad decisions. And one of the reasons was I was accountable for my decisions through sports and through the fire department program. I graduated high school in 2001 and attended junior college. At that time in my life, I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go. One of the things that I experienced after leaving high school was not having accountability. I wasn't playing sports anymore. I wasn't involved in any sort of extra programs of any sort. And what I found was that was when I started making some bad decisions. I started drinking. I started, taking recreational medications, which led to prescription medications, and I soon found myself snowballing and really finding myself in a bad place. And I really felt like I had everything under control, even though the partying was intense. One day after work, actually, leaving West LA, we headed home to get ready to go out for the night. My buddy and I hit the club, and I remember everything that night perfect. I remember seeing a lot of friends. It was that time of year when all your friends are coming in from college, and life was good. It was a good night. Last call at the club, they funnel everybody out the front door. Scuffle breaks out. I don't know where my friend is. I have a girlfriend standing right next to me, and I sort of, I ask her what's going on. Have you seen my buddy? I need to get out of here. And right in the middle of 200 people in a crowd is my buddy in his car. He looked at me and said, "Get in, let's get out of here." That's the last thing I remember. I woke up a month later in the hospital after being in a coma. What had happened is we left the club. We made it all the way actually 2 blocks from his house. We drove probably 30 miles, and when we got to the street right before his house, he floored the vehicle. And on the street, the particular street, it has train tracks that sort of that hump up in the intersection, and he hit those train tracks at over 100 miles an hour and lost control of the vehicle. The vehicle struck the pine tree on the passenger side, which left me in a very bad position. They had to amputate my leg, my lungs were collapsed, I had broken clavicle, I lost my sight on impact, went completely blind. So waking up a month after this, first thing I remember when I woke up was not being able to see, and then going to grab for my leg and just having all these tubes wrapped around me. My mom and dad were standing right there in the hospital room, and I just remember saying, what happened? And they said, "You were in an accident with your friend." And everything came to a head right there. I realized, all that time I thought I was in control of my decisions, and I thought I had my partying under control and my drinking. I didn't. And it wasn't necessarily that, the drinking impaired his driving, but it impaired his judgment really bad, and he made a bad choice, and it affected both of us for the rest of our lives. I didn't really know where I was going to go, and I was fortunate to find sports again. I'm now a professional adaptive athlete and a founder of my own lifestyle brand and foundation, and it's been a passion of mine to rededicate my life to share my experience in hopes that other students, other kids, and even adults can maybe think about the choices they make when they have a drink and they want to do something like that. because it only takes one time for your life to change forever. Thank you guys for letting me share my story.
Right this way. Thanks, Corey.
Sorry.
Okay, good. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I want to thank the LAPD along with Granada Hills High School for having me down. Great program, privileged to be a part of it. If you guys like it, please share, comment, get it out there. Help me spread my message. If you guys can also follow us on Instagram, Corey Reed at Ride with Core. All else fails, find us at our website, ridewithcore.org. Until next time, boom, I'm out.